Okay, everyone, sorry about that. I let the memory card get filled up. I was right in the middle of saying, when I got frozen with my lower teeth showing there, that what all the messages that I appeared to get from the ducks were nothing that I could validate, but I surely hear them. I am so certain it's not a hallucination. They always, once I tuned into them, I'm like, man, they're everywhere in all these quacking sounds. They're not talking. It's not speech. It's, like I said, there's a lot, I could speculate what's going on here, but I think in simple terms, what they're thinking and feeling is morphing into pseudo words. So anyway, I was starting to say that what I'm going to do here might, some people might automatically say, oh man, I don't like being led by the nose. Neither do I. And that's why I say I recognize this, because I'm pretty intense and I'm pretty impatient. And boy, did I get into the wrong line of study. Really, like I said, I hate to admit it because I've lived my whole life around needing people for anything. I mean, I'm the king of leverage, that's why I lean more to the industrial side of life. But the thing is, I can't really do too much unless I can somehow get some collaborators. And I'm open to suggestions on that, definitely. I've been thinking and I haven't thought of it yet. And I know from, things that aren't quite pushing so hard in my life, that's what it takes, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, why didn't I think of that before? And it's a new world just because of the awareness, what you do that day. I'm really, but like I said, maybe there are a lot of reasons why this has taken so many years for me, because I've had to evolve along the way. But, so the thing that I'm warning about is, I'm not trying to tell people how to think. I'm about the only guy that I see that always plays stuff twice. I try to play things, the first time before I suggest. And that's what I'm going to do here now that I think about it. But because I hear this so plainly, and then like the thing I mentioned a minute ago about just the suggestion without pointing out where it was even on the screen, just planting that seed in the lady's idea, like, well, do you see a face there? I really did. I mean, it had cheekbones. It was really defined. I don't think the presenter even noticed it. That's part of my curse, as I noticed too much. But I mean gift. Sorry, I slipped. But the thing is, what I'm going to do is I'll show you in a minute here. So why don't I do this now? I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to play this excerpt that I do believe is a message. Play it a few times for you here. Okay, listen, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tell you how to think. No, just kidding. I'm going to tell you what I perceive of it, what I think I'm hearing with my physical ears, but I am told that these are tough. So that's why I say I'm not trying to get you to submit your will or any of that. I really respect that people hear different things, but like the magic eye, if it really is there, and I do believe it is, it's a matter of lining up with that frequency, I think. And I couldn't even tell you what a frequency is, that part of the spectrum. But so I'm going to tell you what I hear of it now. I'm going to play it a few more times like this. Here goes. And this is at, I believe, the original speed that I recorded it. It might be slowed down in second and third, but it starts out as the normal speed. Here goes. Oh, wait. Did I tell you what I hear? I can't even remember. I'll have to watch the video to see. I'll do it again or for the first time. What I hear of this is, I like the human. All right, here's what I'm going to do from here. This is the part where I was kind of like warning you about. But I tried doing it this way. I recorded that and I played it ahead of time, and then I laid my voice over the top of it, where it was kind of like the symphony conductor. I guess I've never been in a symphony, but it's like kind of guiding, instructing everybody with the timing and everything. And there are some parallels with music. I don't know, maybe it was from those beer parties, but like, wow, I almost recognize that sound. And if you're a little bit off on the timing, sometimes you have to like line up just to recognize a song you've heard before. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. I do. Like I said, I think too much. But back to this now. I sent this audio to a man, and I played it a few times, and then I had matched the cadence or the sound of it and laid my voice in there saying, I like the human, right over the top, then backed off so you could hear it again. I sent it to him. I said, would you please tell me, can you hear this or not? Never got a reply. Times that by a few 100,000. And, that is part of it. And like I said, that's why it's taken so long, because I'm, my personality traits and everything, I wasn't an A+ student in this classroom yet, but I've learned a lot over the years, and I think it's coming around right now, because with a lot of what's going on globally right now, boy, I don't know if anybody's paying attention. There are still people that don't even know the basics of what we're being told, but that's a side note too. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to slow that down to 90%. I'm going to play it multiple times, and I'm going to symphony conductor out right where I hear it. Now, if you can tune into it, any of you, even one of you, please let me know. Inventor2012@yahoo.com is my email. And once again, seriously, it may be that I did have to do something I didn't really want to do. I was always trying to be more clinical, I guess, if that's the right word. I kind of wanted to keep a bit of control, not over others, but over what I was thinking. I'm always doubting this stuff. I'm the one guy that says, I hear this as. How many people are out there writing books or considered experts that work with the EVP thing or any of that? They don't even respect the basics of that. And that goes against the whole thing. I'm not saying this is a movement. Heck, there are things I'm not going to know about in this lifetime, and I don't want to know about. We're not all doing the same thing. But anyway, so I'm going to slow this down to 90% speed. And then the idea is, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but if I can line you up with where I'm hearing it, like da 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 da. You see, I even broke down the word human. These are all one syllable. I like the human. Sorry, I know that sounds condescending, but I'm really trying here. And by the way, so what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I'll finish that out. It'll be at the end about links and things like that. But okay, so here we go. You ready? Ready? Have to get in the mood here. I need practice. Boy, I'm fired. Maybe I should add less coffee. Anyway, I hope, look, I don't know if any of you are going to tune into that or not. I hear it plain as day. It sounds very clear. But that's part of the problem is people can hear some of these things. And I'll leave it alone other than, boy, I sure hope at least one other person. And that's what I'm really trying to do. I'm trying to get into a situation where I don't have to keep beating myself to death trying to even go from mosaic to the background picture. And let's see, anything else? Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I have a few others, like 5 altogether, that being one of them, where I narrated them out. This was a few years ago. They had them on my website. I even had pictures of the cute ducks that were involved in this whole thing. So what I'm going to do is before I add those to this second part 2 of 2, this video pertaining to the ducks, I think I'm going to name this one, here we go. What do ducks think about? With a question mark, if I can get that on the on YouTube. I don't know. Anyway, so where was I going with that? Oh yeah, below this second one, the one that's here right now, just scroll down under the video screen, and a lot of times for those that may not know this, I'm sure most of you do, is you have to kind of click on where it says show more, and it'll drop down and it'll show additional information. And I'm going to put links in there, but I'm not going to do that right away. I'll come back and do that as soon as possible, because I want to level out the volumes and maybe clean them up a little bit. And then I'm going to have to host them on a server that I've got, and then I'll link them in there. But that'll be on this video. And for those of you that headphones, I recommend headphones, even for maybe even this video, or go to the audio. Like I said, I explained what I'm hearing, and I'd love it if anybody could hear this, because from what I gathered about the ducks is that if it's coming from them, and I think it was, I mean, you'll see in some of those 5 exhibits, if you can hear it, that's kind of important. I mean, because if not, yeah, I'll leave that alone. So anyway, I guess that's about it. Okay, thanks for watching.